Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show. It's Expresso on S3, and we thought, why not catch up on some news that you might have missed while sleeping? In fact, I think this is more of a roundup of some of the important things to note.
Yeah, there's been a lot going on, of course. We report on the news headlines, but we'd love to dive deeper into it and actually chat about the implications and what does this mean for us especially, right? And one of the things that's been on the lips of everybody this week has been BRICS, right, Zoe?
Definitely, and the importance is that some 50 leaders of head of state from the 5 member groups nations known as BRICS, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, they began a 3-day summit in Johannesburg on Tuesday, and they're discussing things of expanding the club that harbors ambitions to become a geopolitical alternative to the Western-led forums, such as the Group of 7, which is the G7. Now, the summit has garnered a level of international interest rarely seen since the group was first formed 14 years ago. And the past 3 days, the international spotlight was indeed on South Africa. I know leading up to this summit, there was a lot of, what's going to happen when, if Russia's president arrives here, are we going to arrest him or not? But they are obviously expanding, and this is what they announced at the BRICS conference, that they are expanding. So it looks like leaders from Saudi Arabia, the world's largest oil exporter, Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and the United Arab Emirates would all become full members in January next year. And that means the leaders of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa all approved of the extension, and this will have a huge impact in the developing markets that could benefit, the food security that could come from this, as well as a potential, there were discussions of a new BRICS currency. So these are all things under discussion and what's coming from the BRICS thing, but I say thing, summit, but it is incredible to see that, so many countries are coming together, and they're going to have quite some pull, because I think from a percentage point, they will make up more than 46% of the world's population and 37% of the GDP.
Yeah, I think it's just exciting because as a South African and being in the continent of Africa, you realize the potential that this entire nation and the continent has, and the fact that we aren't utilizing it as efficiently as we could, and we don't necessarily have the infrastructure to also capitalize on that. So having support from what seems like this world team that we've joined has this interesting prestige. If you kind of compare us to the countries that are associated with this right now, it's like, whoa, we got into this quite early, which was really great. The fact that the popularity has increased means that it's going to garner a lot of attention and momentum. And then on top of that, that means that a lot of the things that we've been struggling to implement and execute in our country might get assistance, which means that everybody gets to level up. This might be great news.
I just hope it will strengthen the rand and bring the petrol price down.
So we can travel.
Yes, please.
Look, there were a lot of headlines. Of course, we celebrated India landing on the moon, which was some great stuff too. And then there was a video that was shared on social media. But we'll be chatting about this possibly around the next gaps that we have in the show. But of course, for you, Mzansi, keep coming through if you have anything alarming or anything you want to discuss. We're always here, always at your service. Our number is 063 408 8863. Share anything with us. It's Friday, it's the weekend. Let's get into it.